A stack of papers. "I'm signing over the house to you," he said, not even looking at me. "Your grandmother said you'd earned it more than any of us ever did." My grandmother. That was the moment I knew something was wrong. "She's sick," he added, finally meeting my eyes. No preamble, no manipulation. Just a fact. Cancer. Stage 4. We sat in silence on my porch. The same porch where my mother once begged for a spare room. "She didn't want to tell you," he muttered. "Said it would distract you from your work. Said she was proud." Proud. That word hit harder than anything else he could have said. I stared out at the garden she helped me build last spring. Lavender, rosemary, and marigolds. She called it her living prayer. I could still see the faded gloves hanging over the fence where she forgot them last week. I swallowed my anger. Because this wasn't about them anymore. This was about her. She passed 3 weeks later. At home. My home. The one they once said I didn't deserve. I held her hand as her breaths grew shallower. She wasn't afraid. She just said, "Promise me you'll plant something new every spring. That's how you start over." And then she left me. But not before giving me the final gift. A truth I never expected. I found it in a small wooden box under her bed, sealed with a letter. Her handwriting. Slanted. Neat. Unmistakable. To the granddaughter they never saw. Inside was a stack of old journal entries. Yellowing paper. Notes dated from when I was 9, 11, 14, ages I had long tried to forget. She had written everything. My birthdays were ignored. The bruises. The lies. The way Nathan staged every accusation. The way my mother called me a mistake when she thought no one was listening. Proof. She had documented it all. And at the bottom of the box? A deed transfer for her house. Already notarized. Already signed. She had made me the sole heir. I didn't cry. Not because I wasn't devastated, but because her final act wasn't about sadness. It was justice. She had rewritten our legacy. The funeral was small. I kept it that way on purpose. No open invitation. No family circus. Just a list of names I knew would stand still during silence and not try to rewrite history. But of course, they came anyway. Nathan. My mother. Dressed in black like it could mask anything. Standing by the edge of the crowd, waiting for a moment to insert themselves. After the final prayer, my mother approached. She didn't cry. She just looked around at the garden, the house, the community of friends and colleagues gathered around me, people who chose me. Then she asked, "Is it true? Did she leave it all to you?" I looked her in the eye and said the one thing she always denied me. Yes. That night, they left a letter on my doorstep. Typed, formal, sterile. A request for temporary accommodation, for healing and transition, it said. They wanted to live in the house. Her house. The same house they'd abandoned her in when she took me in. I sat there for a long time. And then I wrote them back. "Dear Mr. and Mrs. Turner, thank you for your interest in staying at the residence located at 49 Maplewood Lane. At this time, all rooms are currently occupied by peace, silence, dignity, and the long overdue scent of lavender. As such, we are unable to accommodate guests who abandoned these values in the past. May you find shelter in the structures you built with your choices. Kindly, despair no more." It went viral, because I posted it, and for once, I told my own story. No edits, no shame, no revenge, just the unfiltered truth. People shared it, stitched it, messaged me. Not for drama, but for relief. Because I wasn't alone. There are so many of us, so many spares, who was actually the whole damn engine? Today I walked through my grandmother's garden and planted something new. Just as I promised. A single white rosebush, named Rebirth. And this time, the story doesn't end with exile or anger.